Hello. Hello, hello. Welcome to Verbling. I'm teacher Oakley. Today's class, we will be looking at prepositions, especially concentrating on the prepositions to and for, which are often confused by second language speakers. When to use for and when to use to. As well, I've recently done a few preposition classes, so we're just going to be doing some exercises together, different kinds of exercises, fill in the blank, pick the correct sentence, whatever. So please join the class. Everyone will get a chance to test their prepositions knowledge. So everyone, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. But wherever you are, it's time to learn English prepositions. So come on in, join the class, and we'll get started on it. We're going to practice for the purpose of improving our English. Don't be shy. I think very shortly you should be able to click the green button and enter the class. Hi, Maydo. Good morning. Or afternoon here, but good morning to you. Good to see you. Come on in, join me. Hi. Gustav. Hello, Gustav. 10 a.m. I hope it's a pleasant morning there. It's very pleasant here. Looks like it might rain. We might get some rain. You might hear some rain sounds before this class is over. Rain is threatening. Not really. It's not a nice day there. Ooh, okay. All right, we got a lot of viewers any second now. That button's going to turn green and we're going to get started. Okay. Wet my whistle. All right. We're going to be looking at prepositions today, especially to and for. So why don't you come into the class so you can improve your English. Okay.
I really love Verbling today.
Do you? Why do you love verbling today, Maydo?
Sarcasm, you know. I
We're working on the sarcasm class.
burgers anymore, and you know.
Burgers again. Sometimes I
burgers
forget.
Again, yes. Yeah. Burgers again. Sorry.
Sometimes I forget about my my past classes, and students come in practicing a past class. But that's always good. That's great. And my old friend Yi is here. Hi, Yi.
Hi, teacher Oakley.
Hello, Yi. And your microphone is working. Hooray! That's great. Good. Terrific. All kinds of old friends here today. Abdo, good to see you. Hello, Abdo.
Thank you, sir.
Nice to see you. And Chris is
fine,
back.
thanks.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, hello, teacher.
Hi. How are you today?
Yeah, it's fine. Thank you.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. Okay. There's enough of us now. We can let's jump on into the lesson. We're gonna concentrate on the prepositions to and for. They're a little confusing. I'm gonna share a document, maybe explain things to you a little bit, and we'll try some practice. Maybe I'll do some more explaining and try more practice. We'll kind of go back and forth. So let's jump in. I'm gonna do a little screen share here to start off with. Talking about to and for. Hang on just a second. Let me get that up for you all. Okay, so here we go. Hopefully you can all see this, or maybe not. There you go. Ways to use for. Let's start with for. Hi. I want to say hi to a new student before I get started. Hi, Monty. How are you? I don't think we've met before. Monty, are you there? A little frozen there. All right, well, hopefully he'll get it together by the time we're doing exercises. All right, let me begin. All right, ways to use for. Sometimes people are not exactly sure when to use to and for. So some examples. We usually follow for with a gerund or ing. When we add ing to a verb, we call that a gerund form. To speak of a consequence or cause of a reaction, okay? You're going to find that we often use for with a verb, and we more often use to with a noun. So she got $100 ticket for speeding. Okay? Do you know what that means? You ever get a speeding ticket? Mado, have you ever gotten a speeding ticket?
Yes. One time only.
One time only? How fast were you going?
120.
120 miles or kilometers?
No, miles. It wasn't really fast, but I don't know what happened actually, and they sued me for and they gave me a ticket for speeding.
Ah, yeah. Okay, so they didn't sue you; they gave you a ticket.
Yeah,
It's a little different.
Yeah.
Monty, are you there? Oh, you seem to be with us now.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
He's listening to music. He's freshen up. Good morning.
Yeah. Morning. Hi, Monty. Be careful of the music. Anyway, Monty, have you ever gotten a speeding ticket?
Yeah, I have.
You have? How fast were you going?
I was going about 160.
160. All right. Mario Andretti. Very cool.
And the car was almost about to start flying before I got caught.
Not good. All right, so you got a ticket for speeding. So we use the preposition for that. Yee, have you ever gotten a speeding ticket? Yee, Yee, are you there?
Yes. Yes, I'm here.
Can you drive?
No, I cannot.
Okay. So you probably have not gotten a speeding ticket, right? How about you, Abdu? Abdu, are you there? I just want to see how many criminals in my class. Abdu, have you ever gotten a speeding ticket?
Yes, I'm here.
Do you ever get a?
No.
Have you ever gotten a speeding ticket?
I never get it.
Ah, okay. Do you have a driver's license?
No.
Okay, you don't have a license to drive.
Yes,
Okay.
I have.
You have a license. Oh, okay. But you're a
Yes,
law-abiding
yes, I have
citizen.
a license. Yes.
But you've never gotten caught for speeding. All right. How about
No,
you, Chris?
okay.
Chris, have you ever gotten a speeding ticket?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Driver license.
You have a driver's license.
But I.
Hey, hang on a second, Chris. Monty, my friend, can you? I'm going to mute your microphone because we can hear your music. All right. But Monty, if you want to speak, and later I'm going to ask you to speak, just unmute your microphone. You can mute it and unmute it, either below your picture at the bottom or on the top toolbar. You'll see a microphone with a cross thing through it. All right. Okay. So Chris, I'm sorry.
Hi.
So Chris, you have a driver's license, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you're able to drive. Notice I used to. So sneaky.
Yeah.
But you've never gotten
I got a driver license.
But you've never gotten a ticket for speeding, right? Okay. I'll move on. Hi, Lucas. Nice, nice new icon. Keep calm and love English. Lucas, are you there? Okay. Lucas, get your stuff together. All right. I'm going to continue a little bit here. She got a ticket for speeding. The consequence, okay, this can be good or bad. For example, she got an invitation to the political forum for speaking up at the Chamber of Commerce. She got a reward for something. So if we use for with ing, it can be both good or bad. They were rewarded for capturing the great white shark. All right. I think you get the idea. So I'm going to move on. We also use for to speak of a purpose, but the purpose, when we do this, we use prepositions of purpose. We use for if it's a noun, all right? For example, this type of fishing rod is used for deep sea fishing. I can say I use textbooks. I can say I use textbooks for fishing. I can say I use textbooks for class. But if I'm going to use the infinitive of the verb, I have to say I use textbooks to teach in class. Okay? We'll look at more examples of this, for and to. Normally, when we're using it for purpose...
Hello?
Hello. Oh, Lucas, you're there. Hi, Lucas.
Hello, who are you?
I'm good. How are you? I like your
I'm
new
fine.
icon.
Yes, I was preparing a tea, so I
okay.
I couldn't hear you in the kitchen, but I couldn't answer you.
Okay, no problem. All right, I'm going to do a little bit of explaining about for and to here, and then I'm going to move on. We're going to do some exercises, different exercises for different prepositions. All right. We use for to speak of something that has a purpose, something set aside for a purpose, something that is earmarked for a person or persons to have and use. You know what earmarked means? Does anybody know? General question. Does anybody know earmarked?
What is the word?
Yeah, what it means. It actually means pretty much the same as set aside. If something's earmarked, I put it aside for you to use later. I'm reserving it, we could say. Earmarked, reserved. All right, for example, the food at the receptionist desk is for the meeting. All right, it's set aside, it's reserved for the purpose of the meeting, for the meeting. All right, so again, we're using it, notice, in front of a noun. We use a noun or a noun phrase after for to express a person's purpose. Where do you want to go for lunch? Very common use of for. Okay, but we are going to use to in a verb to express, notice to for in a noun, to in a verb. Okay, so another example, we went to the mall to do some shopping. To do. Okay, you can't say we went to the mall for doing some shopping. All right, and you would not normally say we went to the mall for shopping. To go shopping, and then it would be more normal, or to do shopping. Obviously, a very simple one we use to, I think you probably all know, to show direction. We're walking to the park, we're driving to the market. Okay. Once again, kind of review. To is used with verbs. As you all know, the verb to be. Okay, another difference with to and for, and this is the most confusing one, so please pay attention. We use to where it's important to the speaker to talk about a transfer. could be a transfer of information, could be a transfer of a physical object. For example, I will give this book to you. All right, here. In this case, it's important for me as the speaker that I'm showing the transfer. Now, I might use for here if I'm talking about a benefit to you. I will give this book for you to learn English. Okay, so this is where it gets a little bit tricky. Okay, if I'm talking about a transfer of a person, I'm going from home to work. I will talk to her. Information goes from me to her. For is, again, this is important, for the benefit. I will do that for you. Okay? No problem, I can do that for you next Tuesday. Okay? Not if I say I will do that to you, it means that there is some action I'm going to perform in your direction. I'm going to transfer something. I will transfer an action to you. I'm going to hit you. I'm going to do that to you. I'm going to transfer my hit to you. Certainly if I hit you, it's not going to benefit you. All right? I will do that for you. This brush is for painting. Again, it's showing a purpose. And again, we see the gerund. So there's a couple different ways to look at this, which I'm presenting to you. It's prepositions, okay? So prepositions can be a little slippery, and there are times when we could use both. Give this book to him, but it is for his father. So I'm transferring it to him, but the purpose is for his father, or I can think about I can think about it's set aside for his father, or earmarked, or reserved for his father. I will speak to her. Okay, enough of that, and I'm sick of talking. So now we're going to do something else. I have something else for you. I'm going to present another worksheet to you, and we're all going to try. We'll all get a chance to do some practice. Okay, so let me pull that one up. All right, let's start with, there's some for and to in here. There's also maybe some other prepositions, at, for, maybe in, and to. Different prepositions. So hang on, let me pull this up on the screen, and we'll practice this together. All right, circle the sentence. All right, we're going to look at these one at a time. I'll call on you one at a time, and you tell me which is correct, A or B. And just read the sentence which you believe to be correct. As you can see, these sentences in number one are exactly the same. They've just changed a preposition. Should I use to, or should I use at? Ye, ladies first.
Yes. I arrived at the station at about 7 p.m.
Okay, you were in my last prepositions of time class, so thank you for getting this correct. Yay! She's exactly correct. Here we use at because at is a very specific time. We always use at for a specific time. Even if it could be an hour like 7 p.m. or it could be an expression like at noon, at midnight, something like that. All right, very good. Ye, I was testing you. I was reviewing you. Okay, Abdul. Abdul, can you try number 2? Can you see that okay?
Yes.
Which one do you think
Where
is correct?
are you? I am in the shops.
I am in the shops. Okay, very good. Abdul, what does it mean? What is the difference? If I say, Abdul, I want to meet you in the mall, or I say, Abdul, I want to meet you at the mall. What is the difference?
At the specific shop.
Okay, but what if I just say the mall? The mall has many, many, many shops. Where do you think I want to meet you if I say, Abdul, I'm going to meet you at the mall at 3 o'clock? Where do you think I will probably meet you?
At. I will use at.
Okay, but what's...
It's specific.
It's specific, but where exactly am I going to meet you if I say I'll meet you at the mall? The mall.
At the mall.
Yeah, yes. You're right. Probably I'll meet you at the front door or main gate, main entrance to the mall. Okay, so in English speaker, if I say I'll meet you at the mall, probably we'll meet at the main gate because that would be considered the central specific location to enter the mall. If I say I'll meet you in the mall, then I probably have to say, Abdul, I'll meet you in the mall at McDonald's, for example. So inside the mall, but at McDonald's. In this phrase, you are completely correct. You said in, and I agree with you because we have shops. I'm in the shops. She's inside somewhere. Okay, and at the shops is plural. We're going to use at. Almost never would we use at with a plural noun. All right, so you are right. 1 point for you. Very good.
Thank you.
You're tied with Yi. Okay, Chris. Chris, are you there?
Oh, yeah.
Chris, can you try number 3? Which do you think is correct in number 3?
I think the A is correct. Haven't been there since 7 years ago.
I haven't been there since 7 years ago, or I haven't been there for 7 years.
Looks like 2. Yeah. Yes.
Well, grammatically, actually, Chris, in reality, you may hear an English speaker say either one of these. But actually, A is not technically correct. You could use it. But we're supposed to use since with a specific date. I haven't been there since... Well, actually, you know what? I think both of these are correct. I think you could say either one. And either one means pretty much the same thing. And prepositions are like that. We're more likely to use since for a specific time. I haven't been there since 2006. But I think grammatically it's okay. I think you're right, actually. See, you couldn't have been wrong.
But can we really use since with a go? I mean, it's not right.
I have not been there with a go. Example, Meadow. Give me an example.
I mean, you cannot use the word since and then a go in the same sentence because it wouldn't be right.
I haven't been there since 7 years since. Right. I haven't been there
right. Completely
1992 ago. Actually, you're right.
Yeah.
No, you're right. And you know what? Prepositions even confuse me.
Yeah.
All right. So Mado is actually right. Chris, technically, grammatically, he's right. We can't use since and a go. But would it be common? Would it be common to hear? You know how you know? Because, like in my example, I haven't been there since 2006 ago. Wouldn't make sense. I haven't been there for 7 years. Actually, Mado is actually correct. He corrected me. And he's actually right. Sometimes this is very difficult for me as a teacher to teach you because I am so used to actually hearing people use incorrect grammar. English speakers use incorrect grammar all the time. But Mado is actually correct. He's right. You can't use since and ago. He's absolutely right. Very good. Thank you, Mado. Thanks for clearing that up. I do make mistakes, you guys. I am human, and I'm perfectly okay if somebody corrects my mistakes. Actually, I really appreciate it. So, thank you, Mado. I lose a point. Teacher loses a point. Mado gains a point. Oh, my gosh. I'm a loser. Oh, jeez. All right,
So
Lucas.
now,
So Mato's going to have a chance to pull way ahead. Lucas, why don't you try number 4?
For me, it's letter A. I didn't see my sister for many years.
Yeah, for me too. I agree. I didn't see my sister since many years. It's really awkward. We're going to use since with specific times. It's not a vague thing. Yeah. And yeah, B is extremely awkward, and that would, if I heard that, it would make me pause. I'm not sure about that one. So I agree. I agree with you, Lucas.
I'm sorry. Can I say I didn't see my sister? Wait, because it's blurred. I didn't see my sister since last year. Can I say that?
Yes, you can. And that is the correct way to say it.
Or can I say I didn't see my sister for a year, or I didn't see my sister since last year?
All of those are correct. Since either way. For and since are tricky because there are a few cases like since and ago you shouldn't do. Since and many, they're just not going to go together. Since many, I didn't see my sisters since many years ago. No, no, it's not going to work. But many times they're interchangeable, so I realize this is a bit confusing. All right. Mato, try number 5.
Okay. Number 5. I arrived to Spain 4 months ago.
Actually, no. This is a very common mistake. Actually, it should be I arrived in Spain 4 months ago. I'm going, okay, this is confusing. I'm going to Manila next weekend to show direction. I cannot say I arrived to the mall at 3 o'clock. I arrived at the mall. I went into the mall. But Spain, consider Spain, if you will. Spain has borders. And when you're inside of Spain, you're in there. So you have arrived. You're already inside. I arrived in Spain 4 months ago. Okay? All right, that's a confusing one because when you're talking about places, you tend to automatically think about direction, right? But you're already there. I'm going to Spain in 4 months. All right? In that case, I'm going to Spain is showing direction, where you plan to go. Okay, I know these are confusing. Mustafa, hi Mustafa. Mustafa, are you there?
Hey, teacher.
Hi, how are you today?
Yes.
Okay. Can you? Glad to hear it. Can you try number 6? Ooh.
Can see the text from my screen.
You cannot? Okay. Hang on a sec.
Could you please read the answer?
Yeah, okay, sure I can. A says they came to this country in December. And B says they arrived at this country in December. So the difference is to and at. To this country or at this country? What do you think?
To this country, this way that that will go.
That is the way it will go.
Is this a preposition?
Yeah, I agree, Mustafa. I agree with you. They came to this country in December is correct. Is the way it will go.
Yeah.
Or we could say that is the correct grammatical structure, the correct sentence structure. Yeah, I agree. Okay. They came to this country, okay, because you're concerned with the direction. All right. They arrived in this country. Okay, just like the sentence before it. Instead of at, if I want to make B correct, I would say they arrived in this country in December. Just like the one before it, actually. All right, very good. Okay, Ricardo. Hi, Ricardo. How are you? Ricardo, are you there? Okay, we'll skip Ricardo for now. Abdul? Hey, where did you go? Oh, she had to go. Okay. Abdul, why don't you try number 7?
Me?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm going to the shops to buy a coat.
Oh, who is this? Lucas?
Yes, yes.
Number 8. Number 8.
Abdul, I'm trying to give this to Abdul.
What's
Okay.
number 8?
Yeah, number 7, Abdul.
Number 7.
Yeah. I'm
I'm
going.
going to the shops to buy a coat.
I agree with you. To buy.
Thank
So
you.
as we had discussed earlier, we're going to use to with a verb, with the infinitive of the verb, right? We never
Yes.
use for with the infinitive of a verb. We do use for. I need money. Oh no, I need money to buy a coat. We use money for buying clothing. Okay. If I'm going to use the
So-
ing gerund form, that's when we use for, right?
May I ask you, sir?
So you're right. You're absolutely right.
Can
You're
I
good
say
at
I'm
grammar.
going to the shops for buying a coat?
I'm going to the shops for buying a coat. Well, that's sort of
Can I
awkward.
say
Well, I don't think so, because it is your purpose. Because now we're concerned with preposition of purpose. Your purpose, you're explaining your purpose to go to the shops, and your purpose is a verb. Your purpose is to buy. So, okay. Now notice how I changed it. We use money for buying clothes. We use money. So now I'm talking about money, not going. I'm talking about not your purpose for going. I'm talking about the purpose of money. So different. Your purpose is not a verb. Your purpose is a noun. I use I use horses for riding to the beach. I use the car for driving to work. Okay? I use a car. So now I'm explaining the purpose of a noun for buying. I use the noun for driving. Okay? But in this case, what you're explaining is why you're going. And going's a verb.
yes? Okay, I got
To
it.
buy.
Thank you.
All right.
Yes, it's clear. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Well, thank you for understanding, because sometimes I have a hard time understanding myself. You're a smart guy, Abdul. Thank goodness. Okay, Chris, can you try number 8? Maybe I should make it on the same page here. Here. Okay.
Number 8.
Yeah.
He explained to me that he was going to be late.
Okay.
I is selector A.
Yes. He explained to me. Yes. In other words, there's information going from him to me. There's a transfer. Yes,
Yeah.
you are correct, sir. He explained me, and this is a very common mistake, and this is very wrong. This sounds very awkward to my ear. He explained me, but very common. You are absolutely correct. We have to throw the to in to show that the information is moving from him to me. You are correct. Excellent. Oh, somebody else jumped in.
Sorry, teacher.
Sure, Chris.
I have a question about number 7.
Okay, hang on a second.
Do you think if I say I see. Let me see what's oh, do you think it's right if I say I'm going to the shops for coat?
I'm going to the shops for a coat. Ah, you're
Yeah.
leaving off the verb altogether. I'm going to the shops for a coat. Yeah, I do think that's right. Because now you're using purpose. You're using the purpose is a noun, a coat. I need to go to the shops for a coat. Yeah, that would be a common, a common sentence. I'm going to the shops for a coat. I have to go to the mall for a new pair of shoes. Yeah. That would be.
Oh, okay.
That would be okay. Very good. Thank you, actually.
Thank you.
Thank you for pointing that out. See, there's always different ways to say things in English. So, yeah. Lorena, are you there?
Yeah, sure.
Excuse me. Hi, Lorena. How are you today?
Hi. Not too bad.
Okay, we're just doing some simple exercises that have involving prepositions. So, which is correct here? If you look at the screen, which is correct, A or B?
I think it's B. I don't eat hamburgers because they are not good for me.
Ah, okay. I think I agree with you.
Okay.
Because if hamburgers were not good to me, if the hamburgers were not good to you, Lorena, that would mean that the hamburgers were perhaps acted violently or rudely to you. The hamburgers were saying bad words to you, which would be scary and strange. Lorena, do you eat hamburgers?
Sometimes.
But they're not good for you.
Okay. Yeah, because if not, I will get in fat.
Okay. So, all right. In this case, we're looking at the prepositions to show. Okay, you're using to here. It shows how something acts to you, and for is to show benefit, or either negative or positive benefit. Obviously, negative here. Hamburgers are not good for you. Right. Okay. All right. Mado, are you still there? Okay. Number 10, please.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Number 10 or 11?
10.
Okay. They asked me for my ID at the club.
Yes. They asked me. Yeah, somebody asked you something. They asked me for my ID. Okay. You asked for
Maybe
something.
we can use to if we can say they asked me to show my ID at the club, right?
They asked me to show. Yeah, because show is a verb.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes, you are correct. That would be correct. Excellent. So there you go. They asked to me. We can sometimes, you might hear the expression with, they asked a big favor of me. Sometimes you may hear of me, not for or to. You ask a lot of me when you ask to borrow my car. Okay, that's another construction or another possibility, but that phrase very specifically means I'm telling you you're asking a lot.
Yes.
But that's more of a set phrase kind of a thing. Okay. Mustafa, you're back just in time. Mustafa, are you really back? Oh, maybe he's loading up. Ricardo, are you there? No. Okay. We got some listeners today. That's okay. Abdul.
Yes, I'm ready, sir.
Oh, you're with me. Thank goodness. Okay. Good. How about number 11?
11.
Hmm.
He is married with her.
Ah, no. This is very, very common. Second language mistake. It seems a little, yeah, it seems logical. Your answer seems logical, but it is never used. He is married to her. This is a weird one, and I think this is one of our many weird preposition exceptions or problems. He is married with he is married with her. We never say that. We always say he's married to her. I married my wife in 2006. I got married to her in the fall.
Okay.
I would never say I got married with her in the fall.
That's nice. Okay.
I think this is one of the many, many, many strange exceptions that we see with prepositions. It seems counterintuitive. Do you know? You guys know that word? A little vocabulary word. I'll slip in here. Counterintuitive. He is married with 2 children. Hipfe, I don't know how to say your name, but Hipfe gives us an example from outside the class. He's married with 2 children.
Sir?
That is correct. Hipfe, why don't you join the class? Come on in. Yeah, Abdul. Yeah. Question.
I'm sorry. Ricardo told me that I tell you he has a problem with his mic.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thanks. Oh, are you looking at the other chat box? The Hangout chat box? Okay. I just forget about that a lot. Okay. Okay, Ricardo, no problem. I guess I could put up the other chat box, let you answer there. All right, he is married to her, or he is married with 5 children. Yeah, that would be correct. All right, Chris, why don't you tackle the last one here, and then we're going to do something else.
Okay. My boyfriend is bad. It's bad to me.
Ooh.
It's right.
This is a hard one, Chris. This is very difficult. This one's very difficult because sometimes it depends on the speaker's meaning. My boyfriend is bad for me because he's lazy. I think would be much more natural. Sounds much more natural English. However, if you use be, my boyfriend is bad to me, it means he mistreats you or he treats you badly. So it's not really logical to think because he's lazy. I mean, if he's lazy, then he wouldn't want to make the effort to argue with you or treat you badly. So it's not really exactly logical.
Oh.
So you might be very common to say, my boyfriend is bad to me, and he's lazy as well. Maybe adding an extra point why he's not good. Not good for you. Okay, again.
Okay.
Good for you, like a benefit. So here we're looking at for as it benefits somebody. My boyfriend is bad for me. And again, obviously benefit could be negative or positive. Obviously negative here. Okay. We had some other things. Oh, here. Hang on. I think I'm going to... Let me just get this set here. I got a lot more information which we're really not going to get to. But... okay, what we were just talking about, actually, bad to her. All right, let's actually look at this a little bit more in depth. Hang on, I need to do a screen share. Okay, hang on. What we were just talking about, for me, good to me. All right. Just give me half a sec here. All right. All right, bad for me or good for me, bad to me. Bad or good. Again, can be negative or positive. You say someone or something is bad or good for you when they have a positive or negative effect on your physical or mental well-being. Well, there you go. That's saying it better than I was saying it. The focus is on innate character, not specific actions. All right, my boyfriend is good for me because he's relaxed and kind. Fruit is good for my body. Okay. Okay, so you can only use a person with good or bad to me when the person is doing an act or action in a positive or negative way. The focus is on their actions to act. Okay, again, he is bad to her. He always hits her. All right, there's an example where we would use to. A hamburger, you cannot, okay, the hamburger is bad to her. It does not make sense. A hamburger is not going to hit you. I hope not. Maybe the McDonald's hamburglar, he could hit you, I guess. All right, another strange thing that we also were just looking at, sort of collocations, arrive in or come to a specific country, city, village. I don't know if I really explained this well enough, so let's look at this again for a second. You must remember that it's arrive in and come to, all right? I think this is, again, one of those crazy exceptions. You arrive in a city or country or village or whatever. A general place, my house, the airport, you arrive at. I arrived at my house at 4:30. I arrived in Manila at 4:30. So this is one of those weird kind of exceptions. All right, let's look at the examples, maybe make it a little clearer. They will arrive in London at 6 p.m. or they will come to London in December. So a little confusing. So it's kind of an exception when we use arrive or when we use come. Okay, and actually, Mado's question, to clarify, I had this later in the lesson, it's just you caught me before I started this. For since and ago, for time, use for to indicate a period of time. He has been traveling 4 or 5 years. A length of time, a long length of time, you know, that's continuing. You use since to indicate one specific time, which is what I was trying to express earlier. He has been traveling since 2007. Never use ago with the present perfect, which is what Meadow was talking about. So present perfect, when we use have, has, or had, that's perfect tense, and the verb to be, he has been traveling. Okay. He has traveled, or actually he has traveled since 7 years ago. We can't do that. Yeah, actually you're using past participle and have, has, or had. So we can't use ago. So it's going to be, because of that, it's going to be very unusual or awkward to have since and ago. So there you go. That's a much more grammatical explanation. All right, we only got 10 minutes, so let's we're gonna move on to a little more difficult kind of an exercise here. We're gonna we don't have a choice. We're gonna look at different prepositions and see if you can do the sentence. So this is going to be a little more difficult for everyone. Where did Chris is gone. So Lorena, I guess it's your turn.
Okay.
I want you to try to read the sentence, filling in the blanks with prepositions.
Okay. I moved to work and live in Spain about 6 months ago, and my husband, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
In here, a month later.
I think they need a whole word here, actually. Hang on.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I see. They've got a key down here. That's not fair. So here's the one place where you have to use a verb. My husband. Sorry, I didn't warn you of that. That's my fault. My husband
Okay.
arrived here a month later. So never mind that one.
Right.
Okay, but you're
Uh,
right. You're correct. Okay, we just do one sentence and the next person. Right, you got a verb, the infinitive form, to work and live in Spain. Again with in. Very good. Meadow, why don't you try the next sentence? I remember. Meadow? Meadow, are you there? Okay.
لسه.
Yeah. Meadow, while you're doing whatever you're doing, I just want to comment briefly on something that's in the text box over here. Ipe. Throw a ball at me or throw a ball to me are quite different. And actually, a lot of things at and to change the meaning a lot. I need to talk to you. If I'm going to talk to you, it sort of implies that we will talk to each other. I'll give you a turn to talk. If I'm going to talk at you, it means I don't even want to give you a chance to speak. Okay, it's a one-directional thing. If I throw a ball at you, it means I'm trying to hit you. If I throw a ball to you, it means I want you to catch it. So yeah, good point going on in the dialogue box over there. Thanks for bringing that up. That's an important point. It can change the meaning and change the meaning quite drastically sometimes. All right, let's go back to the exercise. Meadow, are you there or no? All right, I'm just gonna go to Mustafa. Mustafa, are you there? I'm going to move this down so you can maybe see it a little clearer. Mustafa, can you read that? No? Okay. Abdul, it looks like you and Lorena are doing this exercise.
okay.
Okay, I don't know where everybody else is hiding. They're all making tea, I guess. Okay, that's all right.
Maybe.
All right. Starting with I remember. Abdul, go ahead.
Okay. I remember when I arrived at the airport to collect him. I was
Overwhelmed.
overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Overwhelmed with happiness.
Overwhelmed. Okay, very good. I'll get to overwhelmed in a second. At the airport, very good. Specific place. To collect him, to, and the infinitive verb. Your blanks are perfect. You're correct. Do you know overwhelmed? Here's a weird word. Okay? This is a strange English word. It's strange. Oh, Ricardo, did I just hear you?
Yeah, I did it.
You're back. He's here. Okay. Very good. Good to hear from you. Okay. Ricardo, do you know overwhelmed?
Overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed is it? Sorry, Lorena?
I think so. I think I know the meaning of overwhelmed. Maybe you are shocked with something.
Shocked, yeah, possibly shocked, overpowered. We can be overwhelmed physically, such as you can be overwhelmed physically, such as by a wave at the beach. A very strong, giant wave can overwhelm you and knock you down, knock you off your feet. So it can be very physical, or it can be more abstract. If you're overwhelmed, like a wave of emotion crashes over you and mentally or emotionally knocks you down. This is a really weird word because there's no such word as whelmed. So we have the
nervous.
Could be nervous. You can be overwhelmed with different emotions. Overwhelmed with sadness, overwhelmed with happiness, overwhelmed with fear. That's right. So we can be overwhelmed with many kinds of emotions. Weird word because we've got the prefix over in the front, but there's no root word to whelm. There's no such word. It's a very strange English word, but common, so you should know it. All right. Let's move on. Since Ricardo's with us, Ricardo, can you try filling in the blanks with prepositions starting from the next sentence, which starts with he'd had a long flight.
Okay. And he had a long flight, so we went to buy a cup of coffee first, and then went out to dinner in the evening.
Ah, okay, very good. Now this is a slightly strange one. We went out to dinner.
To dinner, yeah.
You are absolutely correct. But can I say, and then went out for dinner in the evening? We went out to buy a cup of coffee. To buy is easy. Buy is a verb, so it's an infinitive verb. We're going to use to. That's relatively simple. To buy a cup of coffee first, and then went out to dinner in the evening, or for dinner in the evening.
Yeah.
Can I say either one of those, or do I have to say to dinner?
I think it's for dinner.
You think it's for dinner?
Yeah. Oh,
We're
to
going
dine?
out. We're going out to dine. Ah, to dine. We're going out to dine. We went out to dine in the evening with a verb, right? We went out for dinner. Dinner as a noun. Well, actually, grammatically, we should use for. Then went out for dinner in the evening. But sometimes dine is a verb, right? We dined in the evening. You will often hear, as Ricardo said, we went out to dinner. Very common. It is not grammatically correct, but it is extremely commonly spoken. Spoken English. So, Ricardo, you're wrong, but you're right. It's okay. If you're speaking English, native speakers make a lot of grammatical mistakes, and we do this with prepositions all the time. Okay, so it would be very common for, and if you ask an American who's not a teacher, what's the difference and what is correct, if you just ask a normal American or British person, they won't have any idea what you're talking about. They don't learn these grammar rules. We don't. Native speakers don't bother. We know that we can say it either way. As far as we're concerned, it's okay. All right, just a couple minutes, but maybe we can do a few more. Abdo, why don't you try the next one here? Where are we here? I hadn't seen. Okay, from here. Abdo?
Yes.
Can you try this next one?
I hadn't seen him in a month, so we had a lot of things to talk about.
Indeed we did, and that's a pretty simple
After we had...
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. You're doing great.
After we had eaten, we went home to relax.
There you go. All right, pretty easy. You got the verb to be before the verb. All right, Lorena, can you pick it up from our daughter?
Sorry? Say that again?
Can you read from our daughter?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Our daughter called us from her mobile phone at about 9:30 p.m. to ask where Dad was.
Okay. Daughter called us from her mobile phone around 9:30 p.m. to ask, again, to in the verb, very simple. One thing, Lorena, what I was just talking about to Ricardo, is I was talking about incorrect English, which is extremely common, and then Lorena said to ask where Dad was, which is technically incorrect pronunciation.
Really?
Yes, it should be to ask. You reverse the K and the S sound. I don't even know if you realized it, but you said to ask where Dad was. In the next few days, I'm going to be doing a class on 100 most mispronounced words, which are words that are commonly mispronounced by native speakers.
Okay.
You can look at that. We'll have a lot of fun with that class.
Would it be asked the past tense?
No, it would be ask. You said axe, like you chop wood with an axe.
Okay.
Okay? Very, very common. Native speakers do it all the time. You're going to hear it in movies, for example, all the time. I asked you a question. It's colloquial.
Axe
So,
is a material, sir.
it's wrong, but it's not wrong. It's wrong, but it's
Axe.
axe. Yeah, it should be ask.
It's
Correct
a material.
pronunciation. I'm sorry? Sorry, Abdul?
Is a material. Axe. Axe is a
Axe.
material. Oh.
Yeah, axe. Well, hey,
Yes.
here, let me write it. You know what? I gotta go because I gotta make way for the next teachers, and also I have to do something right now. And I'm sorry, but our hour is up. So I've got to go. I'll be back in
Okay.
3 hours. But yeah, axes. You chop wood with an axe. You cut wood. But I'm already over time, so I've got to go, guys.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you.